The issue of okay. The issue of so how did CEI come to existence from your perspective?
All right. From my perspective, the history of CEI, it started when, because after many years we have been praying, looking for, trusting God for how will the body of Christ be one according to the desire of the heart of Jesus. And we know that this different division is not the way. We can't get to where God is going. So I have to take official permission to leave my former ministry to start seeking God in, Lord, what do we do? What is the way forward? It wasn't easy. They were not really very happy with that because my former ministry believed that they are the ground for oneness. They're the ground for unity, that once you come there, we call it peace house. Once you are coming there, you are coming to oneness. And all Christians are coming here. But I didn't quite share in that vision. I know that, no, that's not it. So when I left, I tried to leave in 2015. There was a very stiff resistance. So we stayed back for 2016. That staying back 2016, I had to relocate to our headquarters. Again, just to convince my leaders that, look, there's no other motive than just to do the will of God. So we went back. But within that 1 year, I started praying again around June that year. We returned back. So 6 months down the line, by June, precisely, the Holy Spirit came again and told me that now that which He was speaking to me about is real, it's authentic, and that this place I am is not the way. I still need to get out officially so I can maintain a spiritual relationship with the brethren. So I started discussing that again with my leaders. So they reluctantly permitted me. That was in June. So waiting that, okay, by September there will be a formal kind of release, and then by December we will finally pray for. But August that year, I've met Dayo somehow before when we were planning for the 80th birthday of Mama Ruth Helton, Ekklesia, we know Ruth, we met her. So when we were planning for her birthday, that's when me and him we met briefly in the planning committee. Nothing much, but we were now exchanging. So I created a WhatsApp group called Christian Unity Platform. So I included Dayo into that group. Now it was on that platform he now puts an advertisement for a meeting they want to do in Ibadan. He said there is this meeting, so he put it on the platform. And the meeting has to do with something on Christian unity. And we never talked about anything like that before. So when I saw the handbill, so I now sent him a message. Are you on this matter of Christian unity? He said yes. So I called him. I now put a call through. Say yes. Actually, they are having a meeting in Ibadan in August, and that if I can come down, if I can be present, that would be good. He said the brother is coming from the US and who also believe in that. I said, is that so? Christian unity? He said yes. I said, by all means, I'll be there. This time, where I am was very far away. That's about 12 hours drive from here. But I said, by all means.
12 hours drive from where?
2 hours from Benue to Ibadan here. The meeting is holding in Ibadan here.
Wow.
So I said I will come. So I took permission from my leaders then that I said meeting I would like to attend.
I'm curious, just for people listening perhaps.
Yeah.
What would happen if you didn't have permission from your leaders to leave? What would happen more than likely? Just so people can understand.
Leave the system.
Yeah, to leave the ministry.
Just so that we will be able to have a cordial relationship with them. If I didn't take their permission or their blessing to leave, there may be a total cut off of relationship. And again, I felt that will negate my burden for Christian unity. So I don't want anything to affect relationship. We try our best to make sure that there's a good relationship, which really didn't work very, very well anyway. Eventually, at the end of the day, it still fought down to what I say I didn't, what I was afraid of. But thank God things are getting better now. So for that trip, I had to take permission that I want to travel. So I traveled. I just came down for the meeting. It was a very small meeting, somewhere in Ibadan here. So as I was in that meeting, I was listening to what that was going on. I just sat as an observer. I was just watching, and of course, many of the brethren there didn't know me, only Dayo. So Dayo introduced me to the brethren. It's from Peace House, and they were all saying, "How? Wow! Hey!" They all shouted. I said, "Okay," and so when just sharing, when it was time for Henry to share, and he was just started speaking, and it was what he was saying. I asked myself, me and this brother, are we together in the same class when God was talking to me about it? Everything was saying the body, expressing the body exactly as it is in my heart. Wow, for the first time, let me tell you, that's the first time I will hear somebody who will speak exactly as it is in my heart.
Wow.
So I decided, I said, no, this cannot be ordinary. So after the session that morning, I went to meeting. I said, how did you get these things you are saying? You are saying exactly what is in my heart. I said, I'm surprised because I've never heard people talking about Christian unity in this fashion. And so he told me, he said, well, and that's the dealing that that had been the burden of his heart for years, and then he now said, I would like us to, the 2 times I listened to him speak, the more I saw my heart drawing more to him. I didn't even know we were going to be this close, but I just felt that now I've seen someone, like that woman said, I found someone who told me all that is in my heart.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, oh, how do we take it on from here? So I was not going to wait till that meeting end because of the time I took that I'm going to return back.
I'm sorry, you we're not going to wait.
To wait till the end of the conference.
Oh, okay.
Because I promised the time I'm going to return, I want to go back to do other things. So I met him that day after the meeting. We had lunch. We finished. I was at lunch. So after the meeting, I think that should be the second day or the third day of the conference. And now told him that I'll be going back, but I would like us to be communicating because he has touched something, and this thing is there must be something else behind it. We need to take this further from here. This relationship has to continue. So he now say, okay, he now called Dayo, please give him 1 copy of my book. So he should give me a copy of his book. That he wrote a book on one. So the topic is one. Say one. Say yes. That's just the topic. Say yes. So they brought the copy, and then he autographed it. And gave it to me. Wow. When I collected that book and I look at it, 1, 2, then I did that book like this and say, wow, this is something. So I picked that book, I kept it in my bag, then I traveled. As soon as I get back to Boko, it was in Benue State, far away. I told my wife, my wife, there is a confirmation from heaven about the leading of God we have been praying about for years. So what is it? I show him the book. So I'm going to start reading the book. I said I will read it first before you. So I started reading it from beginning from his introduction, his family history, his everything. From that page, I started reading and then reading and studying. Every page every line was exactly what my heart was resonating with.
Wow.
It was as if me and him were sitting in the presence of God, and then God is talking to us together.
Wow.
Before that time, I have started putting my thoughts into writing,
Right.
exactly on the issue of Christian unity, the body, and all that. But as I was reading his book, when I read it to a point, and now I sent him a message on WhatsApp. I see by mail or WhatsApp. I said, Brenry, I'm going through this book. I said, every line resonates perfectly with my heart. But I'm writing a book on Christian unity, but there'll be no need to write that particular book anymore, because this serves an answer. I said we can push it. Then I said to him in my mail, I said, this book, we're going to use it as a manual to train believers.
Wow.
Say this book is, I said, Christian will not just read it, we will use it for training. And that was the beginning of the vision for this training in my heart. So I keep mentioning to him that this is a manual for training. I said I will start it in my office. So when we relocated to the southwest.
Southwest.
Yeah, from the north.
What city?
In Elisha.
Okay, so you located to Elisha.
Located to Elisha.
Elisha.
So the Lord gave us an office. So as soon as brethren started coming, then we started reading the book, using the book to teach them what is it, and about the issue of Christian unity, which we have been talking about, and it was a very good experience for us.
How many people were there initially?
Oh, those brethren that were discipling them and training them about Christian unity. That should be about 18, 20 and about. Sometimes it will be more than that. Sometimes it will be between 18, 20. So.
And how often did you meet?
Yes.
How often?
Oh, every week.
Every week.
Okay. So then he now sent to me that he said, with what I said, he's breaking the book into three. Say he's writing another book that we call One Ekklesia.
He said that, or you said that?
He said that.
Okay.
He said he's writing, and he wanted to break the book into
three books.
So people complain that it's too bulky.
Yeah.
So he's breaking it into three, and he's about to complete the first one, which is called One Ekklesia. So he sent me the soft copy of that to go through, and then to write something about it. So I read through to be able to write my to write something about the book, which I sent to him, which eventually they first wanted to put it on Amazon, but then they now said they're going to use it for. By this time now, Papa Douglas has come, and then he now told me that they're going to use that. What I write, what did they call it now? On the one place, they put it at the back of the book. So that was the beginning of the concept of the training. So when they now came to Nigeria the second time, we move around the country, we go everywhere, we move, and so we were going with a group of 10. We call them the traveling team members. So we will resume in the morning time like this. He was having time with all of us anywhere we lodge. We are reading through the book.
Henry?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a group of 10.
Yes. Traveling with him everywhere.
Traveling with everyone. And you
The
were
one
there.
I told you about.
She was there.
Okay, she
The
was
team.
there.
The team.
The team, yeah.
Okay.
So traveling to, we call them the traveling team.
Okay.
So of young people, about 10 of them. So we'll be from chapter to chapter.
And Dio was a part of this.
Dio
as well.
was part of it.
Okay.
So we were asking every in the morning time we have a session.
And how long
After
were the
breakfast,
sessions?
maybe about 2 hours.
2 hours. And every day
Every day.
that he was here.
We have a session. After about 2 sessions a day, we just create a player 2 sessions a day because we want to go through all the chapters. So he was asking questions, then talking to us, teaching us about the book, asking questions, answering questions, and that's how we went all through. And we went for about a week, quite more than over a week. So after we did that,
And what year was this?
2018.
2018. Yeah,
Okay.
2018.
So 4 years ago.
That's 4 years.
And what month?
That was it not around 2018? I'm trying to remember.
It's not crazy important. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But anyway, we went through several towns. We traveled to several. Anyway, any town we reach, we spend the morning time with the traveling team, and then the evening do the meeting in the different towns.
So with the 10 people.
With the 10 people, yes.
Okay.
So that's how we did all through. Brought the went back. Actually, it was after that he now brought the book into series. So, but then the concept of the training, we don't know how it is going to be. We didn't even have an idea, but we just know that I thought that we were going to be training them from place to place like that using the book. We had another conference in Ondo. Henry's supposed to come, but he couldn't make it. It was a big conference of all ministers. Again with the book one. Because we need to gather people, invest on them, put them in a retreat format, then use the book to minister, to train them. So we are doing that. I think it was thereafter, after we now met Dr. Toby, we have been thinking about this institute, this training. Christians need to be trained. That oneness is not about preaching. We need to sit Christians down and train them with this truth. So, and when Dr. Table came on board, he became he also just bought into it. I said, this manual is good to train believers. He said, yes, he also thinks so. So that's how we now put our head together that we just had to start. Because he runs conference every year that have been for years. I think since 1990 I've been running that conference.
The conference?
Yeah, that Congress.
Congress.
Yes.
Oh, the Congress.
Since 1990 I've been doing it.
You have been.
He has been doing it.
Oh, he has.
So when he now after the first time he attended the meeting we organized in Ibadan here, I invited him. So he now told me that they went back around, just around April or what, around April, May, we have a conference in Ibadan. So he now told me that their congress that should be around September, October.
Okay.
August, September. So he said their congress in next year, February, which was 2019, that he will want, he said, can Henry come for it? Oh, I said, why not? I will let me get in touch with him and let him know. Though it is how many months close. And so when I got in touch with Henry, so this is what Dr. Toby said, and I think it will be a good opportunity. Since he said the conference is all about oneness, so if you can come, this button can then be pushed into a larger house, group of Christians. And he just said, okay, he will pray about it. And he prayed about it, he said, yes, you think he can come? If you think it will yield. I said, yeah, I think so. So that's how he planned to come for that the Congress. And the Congress was for all, the whole of the Congress was for him to share morning, evening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In 2019?
Yeah, 2018. All through the Congress.
Okay.
So he was speaking morning, evening. And that was the Congress, the first one that broke people's hearts. The heart of many believers were touched.
Wow.
It was a very, very emotional. There was a lot of emotion in the Congress. But the power of God was so heavy. We could all feel it. So a lot of Christians were confessing one to another what they have done, how they have encouraged division, and both from family to family. Some families were reunited after when they heard that message. So it was after that, in 2019, we now felt this training has to commence in earnest. So we are looking for how will it go. So when I came to the United States in 2019, that same year, and then I think a year before I came, after Yuku came for the conference, Toby and his wife came before me. So they came before me.
They came
Yeah, we have mentioned it before, so he bought into it. So he discussed with Henry and they agreed. So when I also came, then we now discuss how will it work out? What do we need? What will it cost? Well, since we have a venue,
how would what work out?
How will the training?
The training.
How will it work out? What will it cost? So we put head together and see, because we have similar training like that in my former ministry.
You had similar training.
Yeah.
So the similar training.
Yes.
Was it one whole week, twice a year, or how did you do the similar training that you have? Think about the setting.
The setting.
Yeah.
In fact, that one, the one we have before, Abi. In my former ministry.
Yes.
It was actually 3 times in a year.
3 times a year.
Yes, 3 times in a
And
year.
then for 1 week each time?
No, 10 days.
10 days each
10
time?
days each time.
Wow, so it's 30 days
30
total.
days, yeah.
Wow.
Although the last time of the year will not be 10 days because it fall into the national conference in Goku. So they will end it there, then they graduate the second year there.
So then the first 2 would be 10 days.
Yes.
And then the last one would be how many days of training? 5, 7?
That'll be maybe like just 1 week. From
Okay.
Sunday to Sunday. 1
Okay,
week.
7 days.
Yeah, 7
That's
days.
still a lot.
Yeah, it's
I mean, that's still 27 days
yeah,
of
27
training.
days.
Wow,
27
that's
days.
a lot. And then you would do from what in the morning until what at night with that
Yeah,
training?
from morning to night.
So like 8 in the morning
8
till
in the morning.
10 at night?
Actually, sometimes 7:30 actually in the morning.
7:30 in the morning,
Till 10 at night.
10 at night.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
With just 2 hours break.
Yeah, with just 2 hours break
to rest
for lunch.
Yeah, for lunch and rest.
Wow. So now we know where it came from.
Yes, we do.
Now we know why they have such an intense schedule.
That's right.
So praise the Lord, we moved it to ending 7 or 8
Yeah.
now. So anyway.
It's better now. We reduce the load.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, so please continue. That
So
was
when-
one of my main questions.
Yeah, by and large, the training have been very. It came out to be something that had been in the heart of God long ago. So we just came into it. Like Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10 say that the works, the good works that have been prepared ahead of time for us to walk into. So CEI is like the good work that God has foreordained. We are just walking into it. So it's just working out. It's God's plan, and the goal is to train every believer. Either you are educated or uneducated, the rich, the low, the poor, to be aware of this desire of God's heart. That's the body. That's the vision.
Amen.
Yeah,
That's
amen.
good. That's good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, Brother Femi.
Thank you.
And what is your name again?
My name again is Femi Adebayo.
Yes.
My full name is officially called Adebayo, my surname, Olufemi, my middle name, then Samuel, my baptismal name.
Wow. Say that again, your full name? Just together?
Adebayo, Olufemi, Samuel. Yes.
So we can call you Samuel.
Exactly.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, thank you.